Hi everyone! I'm introducing a new monthly release in my Critically Honest review series, and it's exactly as the title says. I'm going to review every Disney animated feature film, the theatrical releases, nothing direct to video, which at the current moment means 63 movies, with more to come in time, but don't worry, each new film will be added to the list. I grew up with a lot of these films, so many of them are deeply ingrained in my nostalgia, and in my love for critical and comprehensive reviews, this seems like a no-brainer. With that said, this video title also says critically honest reviews of every Disney animated feature film, and that part's pretty important. This is not going to be your typical Disney fan ranting off about how magical and timeless they think these films are. I wouldn't even necessarily consider myself a Disney fan, certainly not on the same level as others out there. I like the movies well enough, but mostly in a comfort food kind of way, especially with the older ones. I'm approaching these films from the perspective of how it feels to watch them today, so don't be surprised if some of these movies fail to hold up. This will likely end up being one of the most critical Disney movie review series you've ever seen, but I'm not looking to dump on these films for the sake of it. I'm just going to share my honest opinion. Some of these movies have stood the test of time. With that said, I'm not taking into consideration the historical context or significance of these movies. Frankly, I don't care how these movies were perceived in their time or what they were a byproduct of. I'm a critic, not a historian, and these are reviews, not retrospectives. My critiques are coming from my present viewpoint, here and now, and how enjoyable these movies are to watch today. I'm not going to give a film credit just because it was a big deal when it came out. That's simply not relevant to me. This review series is an opinion piece. It's also important to make clear that people perceive and resonate with stories and characters differently, so don't take my opinions too seriously. If you love any of these movies, I'm genuinely glad you do. I'm just going to present what did and didn't work for me, while doing my best to be fair. Whether or not you agree with me, at the very least, I hope my takes can open up some new considerations. Since a lot of you grew up with these movies as well, please don't hold back on sharing your own thoughts about them in the appropriate comment sections. I'd love to hear what any of you think of these films. Ones you loved, ones you didn't, favorite songs, characters, anything at all. I'll be covering these in order of release, so we're starting with the most antiquated of the bunch, with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You can expect a new critically honest review of a Disney animated feature film on the first of each month. Also, be aware that I'm looking at the American selection of these films, meaning I'll be covering Dinosaur as opposed to the wild, whenever I get to that. But that about lays it all out. If you'd like to support me and my work, please consider becoming a member of the channel, where you'll also gain access to several nice perks. I appreciate you all for your support and for hearing me out, and we'll see you again for this new review series.